Good morning and welcome to one of my most anticipated theme park days ever. I'm so excited to be currently walking across the parking lot of Kings Island.
Woo!
Here's Alex. We're here, we're ready for an action-packed day at this park that opened back in 1972. Can't wait to experience the 14 different roller coasters, hopefully. I mean, today might be a day where we prioritise certain things in terms of, yes, there's a few of those are junior coasters. We might prioritise, well, we will be prioritising the bigger coasters over some of the smaller stuff. You know, it's going to be one of them days where we'll try and get as much in as we can do. To be honest, in terms of queue times, or the lines so far, if you're American watching this, the lines at the parks haven't been too bad at all.
Real good.
You know, we've done really well and we're a week in now. So hopefully today is going to follow on the theme. If you've been watching the travel vlogs, you'll know that the parking lot was very quiet driving in this morning. And honestly, I am so pumped for this park.
It's gonna be great.
We've got some massive bucket list rides to be getting on here. The Beast, can't wait for Banshee. There's just so much to look forward to here at this park. Another good thing is that this park's owned by Cedar Fair. So we've got our Cedar Fair pass that we're going to be using here today before making our way up to Cedar Point for 2 days. With this park, originally I would have liked 2 days. Same with Holiday World, really. However, with this trip, we're just going to keep on going, seeing as much stuff. It's a bit of a taster, and we'll see how it goes. But here we go. Welcome to the vlog from Kings Island, and this is it. Bucket list park, massive one. Oh my God. I tell you what, it's crazy seeing this iconic view in person. I've seen so many videos, so many photos of this entrance, and it looks absolutely incredible. It's also the Grand Carnival at the moment as well, which means there's a lot of extra theming and entertainment throughout the park. Hence why there's a lot of decoration on all these buildings. And this whole entrance area's had a bit of an upgrade for 2019 anyway. They've really made it look a lot better than it did before in terms of all the buildings. It looks incredible. It looks a lot brighter than what I've seen on previous photos. You can see there on the Eiffel Tower as well, it says Carnival. You got this wonderful fountain display in the middle here, and the music's really nice as well. I mean, first impressions, fantastic here from the entrance. It's not got the nicest turnstile building. I mean, that looks a little bit bland, doesn't it? All the way across there. However, maybe they've sort of done that on purpose. They didn't want the turnstile area to sort of outshine this wonderful street that we're going to be walking down here and into the park. In terms of hours today, 10 AM until 10 PM. So we've got a good 12 hours to get as many rides in as we can do here at Kings Island. Right then, so we're on the way to our first roller coaster this morning. Loving the music choice as we make our way in. We're also joined by Eli as well. I said it right, yeah?
Yeah, it's Eli.
We know what pronunciation's like, it's awful. And yeah, it's your local park, isn't it? So he's joined us for a ride this morning on our first coaster here, which is going to be the B&M Hyper Coaster that opened in 2009. It's Diamondback, and this view in front of me here is absolutely incredible. I'm going to spin you guys around in just a moment and show you some footage. This was actually the first ever hypercoaster to feature a splashdown element as well. Fun little facts for you. I'm looking forward to it. Nice B&M to start the day. And yeah, you're loving that music, aren't you?
It's alright, I was getting a bit into it now.
He's loving that music.
Really enjoying it.
So far, first impressions of the park, really, really quite nice. The entrance area, the International Street as it's known, is absolutely wonderful. It really is. And yeah, here we go. It's Diamondback. Yes, you know me, I love a good B&M Hyper. So I'm hoping for some good airtime on this. And in terms of the queue this morning, or the line, doesn't look like there's too many people there at all. So let's go.
Enjoy your 215-foot drop here on Diamondback. See you back in a few minutes.
First coaster of the day, Diamondback. And to be honest, I think we're both feeling quite the same on that one, aren't we?
It wasn't great.
No, it wasn't. I mean, we were on the back row. It's got the same style trains as Shambhala, where you've got like the tiered seating, 2 on the outside and then 2 in the middle of the train. And yeah, with that, it also has seat belts on as well. First drop, brilliant airtime. A few good moments of airtime throughout the ride. However, it didn't really ride like a B&M in my opinion.
No, I agree.
It was really quite, not rough, but it was certainly jolty. You could feel the jolts in there, couldn't you, on that?
It's just, I feel like, as you said, it felt like, not like a B&M, it felt like it was just quite rattly, and maybe on the front it's a completely different ride experience, but I mean, I wasn't necessarily going on expecting Shambhala or Mako. I was just expecting a good hypercoaster. I feel like I came up a little bit disappointed, to be honest. It's a shame.
It's my least favourite B&M hypercoaster, definitely.
I think there's actual other hypercoasters I prefer to that after one ride, but hopefully we might get a chance later on to give it another try, and hope that when it's warmed up a bit, maybe on the front row it might be a different ride experience.
I must say, awesome operations on there. 3 trains going round. Our train was checked in about 30 seconds, so
it's really good going.
It's a good start, but hang on a minute. Whoa. Look at this guy. Who's this?
We're going to have to ask you to put your bag in a locker. No bags on the ride.
It's Brett. What are you doing here? You should be having fun. I thought you were on Agri's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure or something like that.
The queue is all the way back to Kings Island, so
that's why.
Oh, you're at the back of the line. I thought that was Kentucky Kingdom. That's where the line went to. Here we go. So Brett is going to be joining us for the next, few parks. It's going to be brilliant.
I'm not the handsome one anymore.
You're not, no. So Brett's arrived now. But anyway, we're going on Mystic Timbers. Brett's already done these rides here before. Our first time on this GCI wooden coaster that opened back in 2017. So here's the entrance sign over here. Look at that, it's all overgrown. You got a car at the side. Unfortunately, we're not allowed to take our bags into the queue line. We've got to use a paid locker service over at the side. Not a big fan of that, but it's the case at some of these parks over here. So we'll get all the stuff in there, and then we'll go have a ride on Mystic Timbers. So we just come off Mystic Timbers. It was walk on, again running 3 trains. I must say, fantastic operation so far here at Kings Island. Mystic Timbers was one of our most anticipated coasters of the trip. And I must say, it's probably been one of the biggest letdowns for me this trip. To be honest, it was, like I say, GCI, a couple of years old, just over 100 feet tall. And yeah, the ride itself,
Brett's so disappointed, he can't believe that we didn't enjoy it.
It kind of reminded me a little bit of Joris at Efteling. I mean, I'm not a big fan of that GCI either. A lot of just twisting, very low to the ground, and it had some good speed to it. However, I thought it was going to feel a lot faster than what it is. I think it's just over 50 miles an hour. No, not much force. I mean, it's one of my weaker GCIs. My least favourite GCI we've been on this trip. I think we've done 2 others, haven't we? American Thunder. We did that, and then Prowler.
I think I prefer that to Prowler. However, American Thunder is still the best GCI this trip so far.
Yeah, and even still, compared to some of the GCIs we've got back in Europe, I mean, look at Troy, look at Roden at Europa Park. They are world-class coasters. Whereas for me, that let me down a little bit.
There's time for it to improve. There's time for it to run around a little bit more intense, pick up a little bit more speed, a little bit more force.
GCIs do warm up a lot throughout the day, so they might be different later. However, I just want to say the theming on there is brilliant.
That's great.
What's in the shed? At the end, you go into this shed, and there was a lot of rumours when it was being built. People were saying, oh, there's going to be some sort of drop track element. There was a lot of speculation. It's just a themed brake run, but it does look really good in there with all the scenery, like all the screens and stuff at the side. It's a bit like 13 in a way, isn't it? With all the branches and stuff.
And it's really weird to mention as well. We got a bit of IMA score on that ride too.
Yes.
One of the few coasters that IMA score produced a soundtrack for in the US. There's a really nice score in there too. Very impressive.
But yeah, I mean, Brett's got very different opinions to me and Alex on this ride, haven't you? I mean, you really like it.
Yes, probably my favourite GCI by a mile.
Favourite GCI, but it just goes to show everyone's got different opinions on things. And later on, we'll go and have a re-ride on that, and we'll see what it's like later. I think it's going to warm up quite a bit, or at least I hope so. Anyway, up next, another massive iconic ride for us to get on. It's the Beast.
40.
Can't wait to give this a go. Oh yeah, look at the sign over here. Oh, this is the entrance. The good thing is we can actually take our bags into the queue line on this. It's only a couple of rides where we can't. Yeah, 40 years of terror. Some nice photo there of it.
1979 to 2019, this coaster has dominated the US coaster scene.
Some original concepts. Look at that. Apparently this is an amazing night ride. Park's open till 10, so we'll do it tonight. So yeah, I'm probably not, in the daytime I'm not expecting loads, but I'm looking forward to riding it in the dark this evening. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, such an iconic ride. It's got the Ace roller coaster landmark there. Of course, from the American Coaster Enthusiasts. Beast Canyon. Let's go. But no, it's so nice to have Brett with us. Like, honestly, I missed you, mate. Like, it's been a while. Like, it's crazy.
I think I missed Alex more first.
Oh.
Yeah, $20 now or later.
Yeah, he gets a little cuddle. He doesn't give me a cuddle, does he?
You don't get cuddled.
Crazy. God, these like British Americans, crazy. Right, let's go for a little ride on the Beast. Hey. Our seat awaits on the Beast, and we'll see when we come off. Look at the trains, a few different colours throughout the train. Bright yellow at the back, more of an orange in the middle. Let's go, walk on again. We're doing well. I'm enjoying this third major coaster. Let's go. That was absolutely incredible. What an awesome coaster. One of my favourites of the trip so far. I'd probably say maybe my second favourite coaster that we've done on this USA road trip after the voyage yesterday. But that was incredible. I tell you what, that first lift hill, it's very slow, but it kind of builds up the anticipation. Straight down that first drop. I must say there is quite a few trims on that ride. Yeah. Well, just slow it down and you can feel the trims. It's not one of those where it goes over them and you can't tell. With that, you can feel the trims. However, it's got some brilliant speed, and my favourite element of that is it's got two lift hills. That second lift hill, the drop after that, it's like on a really strange angle, then straight into a tunnel where it curves around to the left. Incredible. I mean, there's over 7,000 feet of track on that thing.
It's insane. And it reminded us of the ultimate at like Water Valley in terms of
like
the length
feel
and the force and the feeling. And I can imagine that looking around that ride, there's no lights anywhere, but tonight is going to be one of the best times to ride the Beast.
We've heard from various different people that that's like one of the best nighttime coasters in the world, and I can't wait for that tonight and to experience it. But no, that's an iconic ride. Riding it in its anniversary year as well.
Special moment.
A real special moment, and there'll be various rides coming up on that today. Really good operation on there as well. We didn't have to queue. That's the following theme. Like today, like it's going well.
Rides are quiet.
Unfortunately, weather isn't quite as good. It has just started to rain. However, as long as there's no lightning or storms in the area, fingers crossed, coasters should stay operating.
I think so. Hopefully we're going to be lucky.
It's going to get a bit wet.
I need Brett here to sit in the shocker chair, because I feel like he's going to get a shock when I say this.
Okay.
Brett, Mystic Timbers is the worst GCI I've ever done.
Oh.
That has hurt me, that.
Just stay in the shocker chair till it passes, and I thought I'd let you know in a good way, but the Beast was absolutely incredible. Does that make it?
You like the Beast though, don't you, Brett?
I love the Beast, but I love Mystic Timbers too. I think they're the best two coasters in the park. But each to their own, innit?
Each to their own, but the Beast is incredible. I love that, and it was nice to all share that ride together.
The music started playing when Brett started talking there too. Right,
onwards and upwards. Let's go. We're gonna get a bit wet. Well, let's go for it. Whoa, look at that. What an awesome water splash. So we was going to have a ride on Vortex, but yeah, it has closed, so that's a bit of a shame, isn't it, really? But we can hopefully get it in. I mean, Aero Looper.
It's the best of its kind, isn't it?
What are we going on next then, Brett?
Flight of Fear, mate.
Flight of Fear, and me and Ali, well, Alex didn't go on it, but I managed to give it a go, and that's Poltergeist, what we did earlier in the trip.
It's just indoors.
It's that, but indoors, yeah. So premiere, I think this opened in 1996, I believe.
Something like that.
So yeah, like in a massive show building down this way. But yeah, I hope
good queue line to it too.
good bit of theming. I like a bit of theming, Brett. You know me.
Yeah, it's a great package, isn't it?
It is all the package. Yeah, I've not used. You know what? I've not used that word enough on this trip because there's not a lot of package in America, is there? No. Europe's got the package, but yeah, I'm looking forward to this then. Like you made me a bit excited saying that I'm going to see a good package in here. So let's go and have a look. Oh my God! Look at this. Wow, welcome to Flight of Fear.
It's a small package, big package.
Look at that. That is awesome. Oh, I love this in here. One of the best queue lines of the trip. Wow. We're in a UFO, like it's crazy. We're in a big spaceship. That is awesome. What a queue line. I mean, I don't know if the coaster's going to have much steaming around it or not, but the coaster was great outside. Oh, here we go. Camera off. We'll see you when we come out.
Oh, clear.
Right there, so we just come off Flight of Fear, that indoor coaster, and you know what, I really enjoyed that. I was quite impressed with Poltergeist, to be honest, that we did last week. And yeah, we went on there, all indoors, the queue line, the station, a little bit of music and lighting inside the main ride section itself, but not really loads of theming around it. But it was a great coaster, I enjoyed it. Of course, you got that brilliant final inversion on there that's great. We was on the back row, me and Brett, Alex just in front, and he actually got on this one, which is really good.
Yeah, it was a tough squeeze, but I managed to get on. And somehow we managed to go on the coaster, come off and have extra layers on us. What's this
How amazing is that? I mean, you'd think that we'd just been back to the car because it's absolutely chucked it down. Hey, be all live on YouTube. And we absolutely chucked it down, which
we
it
got
did.
changed.
And we got changed. I'm actually now wearing jeans and I got my coats, but with me being ill, still a little bit not great, I thought I'd make sure that I get my coat on just to make sure I don't get too cold. But yeah, anyway, the rain does seem to have stopped now. It's going to be on and off all day, I think. But yeah, it was a good indoor coaster, that. Another ride done, 4 coasters down. One that I'm really looking forward to now. Massive bucket list coaster. It's Banshee. Down this way, heading down the path. I'm looking forward to this a lot. Very photogenic coaster, this. Looks like it's got a really nice entry sign. I mean, there it is down there. Very photogenic. And I really like the track colour on this B&M invert. This is just a big bucket list coaster because it's an invert that's got that vest style restraint on there. So I'm interested to see how this feels. Hopefully it'll sort of stop with any rattle, and look at that first drop. That is really, really impressive. You like this, don't you, Brett? You like this coaster?
Up there, well, it's not the best of its kind, but definitely
solid.
I'm not sure if the restraints hurt the ride or help it, because it takes the airtime out of it, but it also stops the head banging, so it's what you like.
Bit of a mix, but we'll see what happens. It certainly looks fantastic off-ride. I mean, I really like the loop that wraps around the lift hill there. That certainly makes it. And this is that iconic shot that you can get it with the sign, with the coaster just behind it. So yeah, I'll show you a bit of off-ride footage of Banshee. Right then, so we've just done Banshee. You've seen some off-ride footage from the parks 2014 B&M inverted coaster that, as I mentioned before, it's got them vest restraints. Me personally, they really took away from the ride, which is a shame. I was looking forward to getting on that a lot. It has disappointed me a little bit. However, it's got a good length to it. It's got good operations with 3 trains. It was taking them a little while to get them sent out, but still fair play, 3 trains. And the fact you got 7 different inversions on there as well. I didn't think it was that intense. I actually found it quite tame, actually. However, them vest restraints were really just getting tighter and tighter on my shoulders throughout, which was a shame. So for me personally, it's not one of my favourite inverts, but I think it looks great from off-ride, and it's got a good length to it. It's a good long coaster, and that's really important. There's so many short rides out there. It's nice to think that it's a good long ride, and the sun's coming out, even better. So
the sun is shining.
Yes, Banshee.
In terms of Banshee, for me, I think, you know, take away the uncomfortableness of the vest restraint, like the breastplate that we had here. I actually think looking at the coaster, first of all, off-ride, looks incredible. The colour scheme is fantastic, got to mention that. The ride on the front row, you get some incredible views, and there are some really fantastic elements on that coaster, which to me, in track design, probably makes it my favourite invert in terms of, track design. However, the ride is severely ruined to me by those breastplates that you have to wear.
Severely ruined, I like that quote.
It is.
Severely ruined.
Because I actually think it has the workings to be a great ride.
I'd agree with you on that.
And I think the coaster, thank you. I think the ride, it looks fantastic, it feels fantastic. However, it's hard to actually give a full honest answer about how great it is when you're being pushed down by these plates that are coming across your chest. It really takes me. If it had Nemesis style restraints like they used to back in the day, these beamers.
Oh,
then,
beamer.
I'm getting really technical now.
I'm liking this, yeah.
But I really feel like it had the workings to be probably, maybe even one of our favourite inverts, I would have thought.
Yeah.
I think we're both mutual on that.
Shame, but like Alex said, you know, them Vestas took away from it. The wing coasters have got them. However, I actually find them more comfortable on the wing coasters. On that, honestly, maybe it was just the elements that it was going through on an invert. Bear in mind, on an inverted coaster, you've got some various different elements compared to a wing coaster. But yeah, overall, a bit disappointed with it. But we've been on it, we're doing well. We've just had a little bit of food as well. On to the next ride. We've got a huge Aero Looper coming up next. And to be honest, I'm really warm now in my jeans and coats, but I'd rather be too hot than too cold. The rain stopped. Let's carry on getting some coasters. We've also got a bit of a special guest here as well, who I'll introduce you to in just a moment. And I say introduced, I'm sure there's quite a few people out there who all know who it is. And there she is, peeking through the trees. Vortex, this Aero Looper from 1987. Looking forward to giving this a ride. You know me, I appreciate Aero. You gotta think of Aero and you go on all these more modern coasters and think they were the pioneers. They're the ones that started off with these thrill coasters. And yeah, I'm looking forward to giving this one a ride. Quite an iconic coaster. It looks wonderful from off-ride, I must say. So I'm looking forward to getting on this.
Nice 3-train service.
3-train service, Brett. Oh, that's excellent. There we go. It's because you've come along, Brett. Like, things are looking up for us because you're here, you see? You brought the sun out with you from Florida, even though it's not sunny over there at the moment, like. Here we go, Vortex. Oh, a bit of tunage going on. And we got fireworks tonight if the weather's good as well. Right, let's go on Vortex.
Right on, Vortex. See ya.
Some off-ride footage there from Vortex, the Aero looping coaster, and I really enjoyed that. It was quite intense. Some of the transitions on there obviously aren't great. I wasn't expecting them to be, with it being an old Aero Looper. However, the double loop was really good fun. The Batwing, something a little bit different there on that I really enjoyed. And yeah, just the intensity was great. It's definitely my favourite steel coaster that I've done in this park so far. With some of the other rides here, I'd say the average, whereas that for me, I thought was fantastic. The Beast is still my favourite coaster here, but in terms of a steel ride, that was brilliant. But what do you think, Alex? This isn't Alex, look, it's Logan from Coaster Kids. Oh my God, how are you doing?
I'm doing amazing.
And he's wearing his Wicker Man t-shirt here as well. So you've got a bit of an iconic thing with reviewing coasters. How many screams do you give Vortex? What do you think to that ride?
I probably rate it a 3 out of 5. Like, that's probably the best ride I've ever gone on. Vortex, the inversions were pretty forceful. The Batwing was pretty fun. And it's just a lot of fun to ride whenever I'm here.
And the good thing is we were right at the back of the train as well on there, so it was quite intense. Like I say, going through the Batwing, I thought was incredible. I really enjoyed it, and it's good to be here. I mean, this is your home park, so you come here a lot to this park. So yeah, Logan's going to be joining us throughout the day, and yeah, let's go and do some more rides. Here's Alex over here. Here we go. What do you think to it?
2 out of 5 screams for me, I'm afraid.
2 out of 5 screams, yeah.
I've got to use Logan's clutch line there. It was a good fun ride, but just not enough for me, unfortunately. I think Logan's the man on this one to ask. He's the expert.
I just love his Wicker Man t-shirt. He's representing, like, we've got the Wicker Man bag over there, the Wicker Man t-shirt, and there you go. Let's continue.
And the suntan Brett.
MTV over there, MTV. Yeah. Right, we've got some more coasters to ride.
Let's carry on.
I'm really warm now in these jeans. Big regret for me taking the shorts off, but it might be a third trip back to the car. We already went out to collect Brett, then we went back when it chucked it down.
I think we should keep them on because the last ones were a bit of an eyesore. I think.
Whoa.
Keep the trousers
Enough of that, you. We're going to get you on Racer. No. So let's go. Let's go and give this Woody a ride. Here we go then, up next it's time to ride on the Racer. Looking forward to this. It was a opening day attraction here at the park, 1972, old school wooden coaster, Philadelphia Toboggan coasters, so I'm looking forward to giving this a ride. Got 2 credits in one here. Obviously it's a coaster that races with each other, hence the name if you hadn't guessed already. Quite an easy one to work out. We just had a ride on the Windseeker as well, where you get some great views across the park, especially of the Beast and also Vortex. But we also got to see a bit of construction taking place out the back here for a new coaster coming next year. Still not been officially announced by the park. There's a lot of speculation that it's going to be a Giga coaster, and it's certainly very exciting. So, as always on Theme Park Worldwide, keep you up to date. But 2 coaster ride, we're going to do both sides while we're here.
Yeah, why not?
We may as well do them both. But things are going quite well today, actually. Yeah, it looks like we're going to be riding everything. I haven't seen anything closed, so we'll see when we come off the Racer. Oh, Alex.
I've got you.
Oh, mate, I need some help. That was absolutely. That was painful. We've just done the blue and the red side on that, and oh my god, like one side was better than the other. However, that was not enjoyable at all, was it? You're right.
There we go.
Do you want me to crack your back for
you? Yeah, go on.
Oh, there we go.
That was it.
Yeah, it wasn't great that at all. I mean, I like my old school wooden coasters, as you know, but that was a bit painful. It was a bit like the Grand National for me back at Blackpool. Great classic coaster. However, I just found it so painful. I think it all depends where you're sitting.
Can I just add?
Go on, Brett.
I actually think that's the best ride in the park.
Really? Yeah, yeah. Like, oh, there we go. He's a joker, isn't he? I've missed the joker over here.
Brett, which way is Shambhala again?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that was painful. I think it very much depends on where you sat on that ride, to be honest. My second go on it on the other track, it was more comfortable because I wasn't sitting on the wheel side, whereas obviously Alex sat on the wheels. We swapped over the other time. It wasn't as bad.
No, Alex still sat on the wheel.
I've now got a banging headache. I'm ridiculously hot because I've got these jeans on, and we're going on another ride, Adventure Express, another coaster. We're going to get all the coasters in today. I don't know if we'll get the junior because I believe you have to have a kid, but we'll see what happens.
My broken toe feels more broken.
To be honest, right now is the roughest I've felt this trip. Not in terms of illness, just in terms of physical health with coasters and
I'm
a lot
going to be the
of
first
rides.
to say this now. I'm struggling.
Don't worry, Alex, 2 weeks to go. We've got Brett to help us carry on through, which is good.
You guys want the ride?
Oh, come on, you got to get the cred. Let's get have a ride.
All I've heard all day is these coasters are not intense at all, and now you're too tired.
Here we go.
Bunch of lightweights.
Yeah. Right, let's go and have a go on this mine train. We've got some fans of Theme Park Worldwide who are joining us for a ride on here, and of course still with Coaster Kids as well. I quite enjoyed the Park's 1991 Aero mine train there. It was quite good, that was. What I liked about it as well is you didn't come straight out of the station into a lift hill. It was straight down with the various different elements on the ride. Some nice drops and some good like near miss effects actually as well. Just before the first lift hill that comes in the middle of the ride, once you've got down to the bottom of the bank, you went up that hill and there was some really nice theming effects around. It was like, I don't know, Alex might be able to help me out here, what they're called. Like, what do they throw? Like spears.
You can't say the word.
Spears. Yeah, I don't think I've ever said that in a vlog before.
It's got spears and spikes on sticks.
Yeah, so that was quite a nice effect. Along with that as well, when we're coming up the lift hill at the end, that just drops you into the brake run basically. It had like some drumming people, didn't it? That was quite
pretty good, like tribal.
Yeah, like
tribal
drumming, like do-do-do-do. But yeah, overall I thought that was quite good. We're getting there with these coasters. I have just been to guest services to ask to see if we can ride the junior coaster. I don't think we're going to be able to. They said unless you can get a kid from the area to ride with you, so we'll see what happens. But
oh, sorry.
Are you alright there, Alex? What's he doing? You know what, I quite like him. I think we should buy him and like have him in every vlog like this trip. How much is he?
$4.99.
Oh, that's quite cheap, and we get a discount as
You
well.
can get us 2 if you want.
What we got over it? So obviously you've seen Brett in some of our videos before. Brett is a professional golfer, aren't you? I mean, I don't want to big him up too much, but
I've actually got actual theme park golf balls then.
what do you think of them balls then, Brett?
Decent.
Probably not the best quality.
I like the beast
park,
but
you like the beast balls?
Yeah,
Are you
Banshee.
gonna purchase any new balls today or not?
Depends.
Depends. There you go. But yeah, in terms of merch, there's some really good stuff in here for the beast. I mean, look at that. There we are, loving this t-shirt down here. There we are, the world's longest wooden coaster. But yeah, that coaster, I forgot to mention it earlier, that was part of the inspiration for the Ultimate at Lightwater Valley. So this is quite a nice selection of merch.
It was your birthday the other week, wasn't it?
The other week?
Birthday.
Like we're in June, like, it was over a month and a half ago.
I got you a bit of birthday cake. Would you like some? It's a bit sticky.
Let's have a- Oh, is it a dog toy then, is it that? Or is it just, oh no, it's just one of them squeezy things.
You know when you go on Mystic Timbers expecting it's better than Wicker Man and you just...
Yeah.
Oh, his face.
Look at these resins, this is nice.
sour.
And we're hoping to go up the Eiffel Tower today, but I don't know if it's open or not. Yeah, I'm hoping to, yeah, just outside.
Where are you?
There we are, look at this model over here, look at that. I mean, that is awesome, original concept drawing there. I think that's the same one we saw on the fence actually. Just down by the ride. But yeah, look at that. Can't wait for night rides tonight. It's nearly 3 o'clock. We've still got like 7 hours in this park. Then we've got 5 coasters left to get that we can ride. Oh, I like that. How much are we talking?
Because it's cheap as well. It's on sale for you, Brett.
How much?
It's only $75, that one.
What?
$75.
75? What? Oh my god, what? Are they taking the mick with that or not?
But you get your discount.
That is not $75.
$5.
Oh my god, that is
Alright,
expensive.
try that on you. There you go.
Blimey, yeah, these
There he is, look at him.
all these are like $22.99.
Fits him
but
well, go on.
yeah.
That's it.
Oh, what an improvement. Right, let's go and do some more
Peace and
coasters.
quiet.
Right, so before going to do some of the other coasters, we've just had another ride on Diamondback. And look at this. I think Alex's most thrilling ride of the day is right here now. I mean, look at this. He's on a vibrating seat. How much did that cost you, Alex?
25 cents.
25 there. I'll tell you what, let me get on top as well and we'll sort of see if the vibration carries through. Oh my god. Yeah, I need to stop this, yeah. Oh yeah. I'm feeling that vibration. Oh, Logan's on there now. You feel that vibration in there. That is crazy. Oh my god. Oh, is it worth the money? Yeah. Is it better than a lot of the coasters you've done today?
Everything in the world.
Yeah, oh, look at him, he's just living the dream there. He's loving that. I tell you what, it sounds like it's got some right motor in there powering that.
I don't think it's supposed to.
That is crazy. Right, we're going to have another ride on Mystic Timbers, I think, maybe do the Beast again, and do some more coasters.
Have a good day without them.
Yeah, I'll just leave you there all day and you enjoy yourself. We'll see you later. Oh, right then, so we just had another ride on Mystic Timbers, and tell you what, you get some great views from here on the train. Look at that. I must say, I enjoyed it more that time than the first go. I know it's a bit of a controversial decision, but you know, I'd say I'd rank it alongside Wicker Man after that second go. It has warmed up quite a bit, but it's still not quite what I was hoping for with that. I think a lot of people have, you know, hyped it up, and when people hype things up, sometimes it can be a bit of an overhype, can't it? And I think that's the thing for me with Mystic Timbers. Great fun ride, just not one of my favourite GCIs. Like I said earlier on in the vlog, I much prefer Roden, Troy, that we've got back in Europe. Yeah, we thought we'd come for a ride on the train. Do things a bit different today. I mean, we've got plenty of time. The rain needs to have stopped. So yeah, we just thought we'd go on here and get some shots. It takes you all around the back of Diamondback here as well, just to get some really nice views. I mean, look at that. It's a very impressive coaster to look at off-ride. I'll move a little bit further over just so we can get some better shots. Just coming round up here to the mid-course. Looks like it's going to get blocked by trees. No! Just my luck, that, isn't it? All that time we've had there to see it all. Well, there you go, yeah, so I'll show you a few shots from on the train. Proper realistic steam train, like proper real one. More ride. More great views coming up on Mystic Timbers, it seems. I love how we've all had a row each on here. It's like spread out, you know. Brett's like in the driver's seat over there. Like
He's driving on the right side of the road though.
Oh, look at that. Great views. This is, you know, a lot of these parts I've struggled to get off-ride footage. Obviously you can't film on-ride, but with parts like this I've struggled to get off-ride because of the layout of some of the rides. I mean, they go way out the way of all the paths in the park. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, it's a very sort of terrain style layout, following all the hills around here. Nice tunnel at the end there, that's like the turnaround section. Furthest it comes away really from the station and then makes its way back. I do like the build quality of GCI coasters though, and they're very pretty to look at. Yeah, look at this beauty. Wow. The Kings Island train. So there's a little look at Soak City, which is the water park. Doesn't look absolutely huge that from here. Well, it has got its own station on the train. Here we go. He's loving Carnival Joe there. Woo! Living the dream. Some on-ride footage there from the railway here at Kings Island. Still can't believe we're here at this park today, and it's been absolutely wonderful to see Coaster Kids here, meet up with Logan and his mum, and yeah, they're great guys, so make sure you go and check their content out on YouTube and social media. But yeah, it's great to be here, back on International Street now, that main entrance that's been refurbished for this year, and yeah, the weather is not looking good. Let me spin you guys round. Da, 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 da. Look at that behind the Eiffel Tower over there. There's big black clouds coming in, so hopefully we're going to be okay and going to get these last few coasters in that we need to ride. Of course, we're waiting around tonight ready for the Beast Night rides. Hopefully that's not going to you know, affect it in terms of the weather. We'll see what happens, but we won't be leaving this park before 10 o'clock. Even if it's absolutely chucking it down like yesterday, we're staying right till the end for that Beast Night ride just in case. If the coaster's shut for like 2 hours before and it opens at 10 to 10 or something, we'll be straight in there. So anyway, let's go and ride some more coasters. Right boys, I got something for you. I know you don't really like playing these games in theme parks that much, but what about if the prize was something absolutely awesome, an essential thing that you need for life?
What is it?
A camping chair, look over there. You can win a camping chair for climbing up the ladder. Like, I've seen some rubbish prizes over the years, but a camping chair that you could probably get for like $5 at Walmart is the grand prize on that ladder game over there. Look at that big cloud coming in, oh my God. But yeah, look at that, just what you've always wanted, a nice camping chair.
I mean, like, a Mediterranean cruise still would be better, but, you know, camping
chair.
You can't go on a Mediterranean cruise without a seat.
There you go.
I don't know what's more disappointing, seeing that chair or seeing it closed. We could have sent Alex up it.
We could have sent Alex.
What? Hang on a minute. Do I look like the athletic one here? You two skinny boys here. Not a chance. Thank you. I will stick to the restaurants and like.
Take us for the slingshot.
I'll keep the seats warm.
If it was included, I'd go on.
Upcharge.
Upcharge attractions, not a big fan of that here at Theme Park Worldwide. Oh.
Upcharge rides, you only get them in a Cedar Park. Oh, I know it's really expensive, but it's a really good slingshot ride. Now let's go for a free one somewhere else.
I'm just going to slowly pan away from him now. There we go. Slow pan away from that. Right then, our next coaster to ride is a 1993 Aero suspended coaster called Bat. Looking forward to riding this. And I think Brett's got a little fact that he's going to share with you all that I didn't know about. Spin you round to Brett over here.
Fact about this ride, they actually opened another Aero coaster called the Bat in 1981, and it only lasted 2 years. Same exact type of ride system, closed it down in 1983. And then built this about 10 years later.
You know what, Brett? Like, that's why you come along on these trips for stuff like that. I mean, I didn't have a clue about that.
No, everything, mate.
Alex definitely didn't have a clue about that.
I didn't know it existed.
There you go. So, fascinating facts. Oh, I tell you what, doesn't Banshee look quite spooky with that sky behind it? I mean, it's a horror-themed coaster anyway.
Well,
but
another pointless fact.
Go on.
So I was in Starbucks earlier on when we arrived at the park, and the lady behind the counter, I thought she was going to compliment my British accent because she was talking to the other lady behind the counter. She actually said, "You have such amazing eyelashes." I was like, That is the greatest thing anyone, that's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me in my entire life. So what a day I'm having at Kings Island. It's amazing. Everything should be number one.
Let's go and ride the bats, and we'll let you know what we think when we come off. That ride is exactly why I have so much love and appreciation for Aero. It's rides like that that are just absolutely brilliant. 26 years old, and listen to it in that off-ride footage there. I mean, you're going to hear it again coming round now behind me. But listen to that coaster. It is ridiculously smooth, and it was really intense as well. That first drop is breathtaking down into the trees. That swing out, of course, to the left as well, with it having them trains. I mean, you've got to look at Vampire back at Chessington in the UK that operates with Vekoma trains, and it's just not the same. Whereas with this, absolutely brilliant. You just get whipped to the side, and you'll see it come back just behind me here. Listen to that, ridiculously smooth. And yeah, some really nice elements on that ride. It is quite short, it's not the longest coaster out there, but it's one of my favourites of the day actually today. I'd probably say that's my favourite steel coaster on park, topping the other Aero. Two really good solid Aeros for me today in this park. So yeah, I've really enjoyed it. For me, that was a great standout, Vortex and also the Beast. But yeah, I just really enjoyed that. Really, that looks huge on the lift hill as well, doesn't it? I mean, up on the hill there, you get some fantastic views, which is great. And some really good speed to it as well. I just really, really enjoyed that coaster. And now Brett shared that fact about its fascinating history, and it's made me appreciate it even more. The fact that the park didn't just, think, oh, it's not working for us, let's take it out and leave it. They completely rebuilt the thing. I mean, that's amazing. I mean, it's great, isn't it? That was brilliant.
Yeah. After it failed so miserably for a couple of years, they decided to stick with the same company, give them another chance and build a different layout and give it another go, and it's paid off.
It has paid off. I mean, I thought that was a really big surprise for me today. I've not really heard much about it.
Honestly, it probably was the most enjoyable ride for me too. I wouldn't say it's the best coaster, but it's an enjoyment factor. 10 out of 10.
Intense, smooth, and that wasn't even right at the back, was it?
For 26 years old, you couldn't ask for much more opinion.
Yeah, brilliant. You enjoy that, Alex?
You're used to 26-year-old things that live like a dream, aren't you?
Well, same age as me, that coaster, 1993.
Big surprised that at 26 years old, still going like it's 1 year old, just like you, Sean.
Well, yeah, I don't know about that. But, not by the end of this trip.
I know, I'm feeling pretty old myself after today, to be honest.
It's the Woody earlier on, the racer,
crazy.
that's what did me, yeah.
To go on a ride like that where anyone can enjoy it. I mean, let's look at it as it's coming around this corner at the top now, just so you can show people. It's so slow and you think, oh, is it going to rock, is it going to rattle? And really it doesn't. It's so comfortable. And unlike Vampire, where you kind of climb, kind of scaling through the trees, on this coaster you feel really, really exposed. I mean, there's no seatbelt holding you in.
Yeah.
It is just an over-the-shoulder restraint. Everyone's got their arms on. It's great fun. It makes a really great sound, and you get some amazing views of the woodlands going around. Really, really exposed, which is kind of the rarity for this kind of coaster. But I'm really, really glad I went on it. Probably one of my standout rides so far. Certainly the biggest surprise ride.
Yeah, biggest surprise of the day goes to the bat.
And I'd make sure everyone gets on it, because it's out there in the corner. People forget about it, and it's got no queue at all.
I didn't know much about it.
And 2 trains. Make sure if you come here, give it a go.
Yeah, I mean, we've got something pretty special down here that Brett's just told me as well. So we'll walk a bit further on, and I'll get rolling again and show you this. So over there you can see a building what just looks like it's been built for a scare maze. However, there's so much more to it, and I probably wouldn't have noticed, to be honest, unless Brett was here to tell me.
This is actually the old station for Son of Beast when it was here, obviously. It's a bit sad, isn't it?
Because that ran from year 2000 to 2009, but then I think it was 2006, a 118-foot tall loop was removed from the ride. Iconic wooden coaster.
Sat for 3 years and then they knocked it down in 2012, but it's very sad. I mean, you can still see some of the old wood there underneath the station. They've not taken that out.
the video of it being demolished proper went viral among coaster enthusiasts. It's really sad because I would have loved to have gone on it, and the fact that I was a very active enthusiast when this still operated. I just, at the time, you know, couldn't come out here and ride it because of driving and funds and, you know, just doing a lot of Europe back then. It's a shame really, but God, just seeing that over there, that wooden track.
It's a really short-lived coaster as well. I mean, for a wooden coaster that are built to last a long period of time, it didn't have much of a lifespan. No. It's quite sad to see it just sat there, you know, wasting away. Yes, I've used it for a scare maze, which I think is a great use of an empty space, but it's sad knowing what actual haunted thing now sits there, what the graveyard of that ride used to be is, you know. The
fact that the park, though, really celebrated its history. I mean, over in the queue for Banshee, I don't think I got it in earlier, but there's like a little flame torch, like a little memorial to the ride, so I'll show you that when we have another go on it later. But yeah, there you go, a bit of fascinating history that I don't know if I'd have spotted, to be honest. I mean, it's very obvious now, Brett said, with the wood there underneath, and it's very obvious, but you just wouldn't look for it, would you, really, unless you kind of knew. But there you go, yeah, honestly, it's well worth having a little look on YouTube at some old videos of that in action, because it really could have changed coasters forever, but, you know, it had such a short life, which really is a shame. Hey, how you doing? Oh, look at these cool guys here on the stills. Yeah. These are awesome. Hey, how you doing? Oh, I love it. Yeah, really good, thanks. It's a shame about the weather, but I mean, we're from England, we're from the UK, so we've come over to like visit loads of theme parks, and we do like a YouTube channel, so you're all on YouTube on Theme Park Worldwide. Love it. We'll see you later. How awesome, love it.
Thank you, have a good one.
Thanks.
Come check out the parade.
Yes, is it at 8 o'clock, is it?
This is the best place to see it.
8 o'clock, we'll be there. See you later. Next coaster for us is the Backlot Stunt Coaster, Premier Rides, 2005. Here we go, looking forward to giving this a ride, see what it's like. We've got a combination of shipping containers over there, which is interesting. But the ride's actually just been down because of a weather delay. However, it's now back in action, so here we go. Oh, you're letting me have it in the front, are you, Brett? That's very kind of you, how nice. Right, we'll see you when we come off. Oh, here we go, we're getting another coaster. 3 more to get after this. Oh blimey, another big surprise then here today at Kings Island with that. I just wasn't expecting it to be anything like that at all. Like I say, Premier Rides, it's got them launches on it, and that first launch straight out of the station, no messing about, straight into a helix, was actually really intense. And I'm not even joking, you're all gonna think I am. I think like Brett thought I was joking and taking the mick, but that is actually one of the most intense coasters I've been on this trip in terms of launching straight into that helix. Hey, it might only be 40 miles an hour, but behind me that thing packs a punch. I just wasn't expecting it. I knew it used to be themed to the Italian Job, didn't know it used to have loads of effects and stuff. But yeah, it used to have onboard audio, it used to have a fire effect, and it seems like a bit more stuff around there as well. It's a bit ugly to look at off-ride. It's a mix of shipping containers instead of a proper show building. However, there's some good elements on there, and like I said, that's helix at the start. The fact that you then go round, sort of dip and dive around some police vehicles. Then you've got the stop section where there was normally fire. You've got a helicopter and they're shooting from the helicopter towards you. And then you then go down, dip through the shipping containers, a few more drops, moments of airtime, and then the big element that you saw a clip of just where you do that really nice near miss under the queue line and exit ramp. So that was really good, actually quite a big surprise. That and the bass, they've been the big surprises for me this trip. I just can't believe how intense it was. We've had 2 goes on that actually. It was brilliant. Now, yeah, Theme Park Worldwide on YouTube. Yeah, check it out, check it out. It's called Theme Park Worldwide on YouTube. Check it out, have a good day. But yeah, what do you think to that?
It definitely, for me, it beats Mystic Timbers.
Oh, no.
I'm ordering him so he can't walk off anyway because he's getting real. I can feel him shaking in anger.
You 2 go so overboard. Yes, it's a good family coaster. Yes, it's great for everyone, but it's no Mystic Timbers, let's be honest.
Oh, I think it was. Yeah, you enjoyed that, didn't you?
I mean, it made Visit Timbers feel like a Vekoma like family coaster, I think, don't you, Brett?
Not exactly, but
That was good fun, that. Really, really good ride. Enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed it. I think it would have been a lot better with all the effects, and like I say, it used to be themed around the Italian job. But yeah, we've got another one of those somewhere on the trip coming up later on. Where is it, Brett? Come on, where are we going to get another one of them this trip?
Canada's Wonderland.
Canada's Wonderland. There you go. This guy, honestly, he knows his stuff. Right then, time for our next coaster. It's Flying Aces. Oh, it's not Flying Aces. It's Flying Ace Ariel Chase, which is a 2001 Vekoma suspended coaster. Nice family coaster for us now. One train on this as well, so we'll see how ops are. So the queue's like, it might be one of our biggest of the day, but we're getting on, we're getting the creds. Let's go for it. I must say the layouts on this doesn't look that good. But yeah, actually, I don't think there's much queue. I think we're pretty much round to the station. Not too bad. Like I say, we've got 2 more coasters left to do. A junior wooden coaster, and then there's the Vekoma in Vertigo that we would need to get on as well. There is also that other very tiny junior coaster that I asked about earlier on, and I don't think we're going to be able to ride unless we can find a family who's willing to come on with us, but it's not the end of the world if not. Just missing one. Got no signal. Oh dear. Let's go. Oh yeah, it's like 1 train's worth. Brilliant. God, I tell you what, Vekoma have really come a long way over the past few years, and especially since 2001 when that opened. That was really quite rattly and quite slow, and I really like those family coasters. However, with that, it just wasn't great in terms of the roughness levels on there. Going around into some of the different transitions on it, it just wasn't great. It was shaking about quite a lot. It has very different style seats as well to what they do now on them suspended coasters from Vekoma. Just wasn't that comfortable of a ride, really. But yeah, moving on from that, I'm actually standing right now in what gets voted every year as the world's best, like, family kids area, which is quite surprising to me. What's he doing over there? Oh my God. Which is quite surprising, to be honest, because me personally, I don't think it's actually that good of a kids area. However, if they're going on rides and quantity of rides, which they might be, then yeah, it probably is. I mean, there's certainly a certain amount of quality of rides. You've got a lot around here. But in terms of the feel of it, me personally, I think there's a lot better kids areas out there. I mean, I'd take the likes of Peppa Pig, back at Paulton's Park, probably Thomas Land Drayton Manor for a package, whereas with this, it's not a package, it's got a lot of rides, but yeah, I'm not too sure on that one. But yeah, it does get voted the world's best every year, or it has done for a few years.
Park fully deserves that title, whether the park's all family orientated or not. Individual areas in that park are some of the most outstanding
Lost
park
Kingdom
in the world. Incredible. It's such a shame this park gets it every year. I understand some areas deserve it a couple of years consecutively back to back. Well, this area is nice, it's colourful, but is it heavily themed? No, not at all.
No, it's not the world's best kids area in my opinion, but there you go. Anyway, we've got another coaster now. It's another Woody, Philadelphia Toboggan coaster, so I'm looking forward to getting on this. Opened in the 70s, and yeah, it's a nice little wooden coaster over here. Reminds me a little bit of back home Blue Streak that we've got back at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Bit bigger than that, probably more similar to Nickelodeon Streak. However, the colour scheme of this is very similar to that, and it used to be known as Zipper Dipper.
You can tell it's getting tired, it's Blue Flyer, not Blue Streak.
Yeah, that's it, Blue Flyer, yeah, that's the one. But I'm not feeling great again today, I'll admit. You know, I'm feeling a little bit iffy again.
Aren't we?
I think, to be honest, with this illness, I just wasn't fully over it. And then I've just carried on, stopped taking...
no time to stop and go, you know what, let's have 5 minutes.
You know, I've stopped taking the medication because I ran out, I've not gone to a pharmacy. So, to be honest, I'm feeling like I'm coming down with something again, which isn't great, but let's go on Woodstock. Woodstock Express there, that was another nice surprise. I mean, I like my junior wooden coasters. I thought that was absolutely excellent, to be honest. And yeah, I thought that was better than Nickelodeon Street back at Pleasure Beach. Also better than Blue Flyer, not Blue Streak. That's at Cedar Point. I think that's why I'm getting confused, because tomorrow we're going there. But yeah, that was really good. Some nice pops of air times, a nice couple of double downs and stuff on there. And also what I liked about that was just how nostalgic it was. 1972, quite an old ride. And yeah, it was good to get on there. How was that, Alex? Woodstock? Yeah.
Good coaster, good little woody. Very classic, reminded me a lot of like
not Blue Street, Blue Flyer. Not Blue Fire.
Not Blue Fire.
Blue Flyer.
Blue Flash. Blue Flyer.
There's a lot of combinations.
Blue Dabba-Dee Dabba-Die. It was a great ride, classic. They've got that smell of Blackpool Pleasure Beach to me.
And that sounds really silly probably to a lot of people, but it's very true.
What I'm on about will really value that feedback. And
the smell of old wood, isn't it, really?
It is, and you know what, it's a really special ride. I actually would probably take it over both the Woodies and the kids there at Nick Landing.
Yeah, I'm the same.
It's a good ride. It deserves more attention probably than it gets. And to be honest, well, again, another big surprise coaster for me, to be honest.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
Enjoy it, Brett?
Well, it's great, a great addition. I mean, well, we've had it for years, not an addition, but it fits in the kids area great. One thing that is amazing, it's a little kids coaster. It's running 2 trains.
Yeah, 2 trains in action.
That was a Blackpool.
Operations today. I've been very impressed with ops. I mean, yeah, the weather, you know, it's not been great, but as soon as the storms are sort of clearing, rides are back up in action. So anyway, we've got 2 credits available at the park. One that we can get, and that's the Coma. However, we've got this little coaster over here as well. Yeah, the Great Pumpkin Coaster. So with this, I asked to guest services, and they said about getting a kid to go on, so we'll see what happens. You're right there, mate. Do you want to come and ride the Pumpkin Coaster? Come on, let's go ride the Pumpkin Coaster. How old are you? 13, brill, I'm sorted. I'll see you when I come off.
So much to Sean's amusement, he managed to ask the kid nicely if he'd be able to ride the coaster with him, because the park insists you have to have a child with you to ride the coasters. Even when you're a coaster enthusiast and you're trying to get a +1, you've got to have a kid with you. And there he is. The kid was very, very good to Sean. We've got to be grateful. Big shout out to the group of guys. Absolutely awesome dudes. And up they're going to get on the kids coaster. Sean's counting his way up to 1,000 coasters. This is the way you got to do it. You got to be polite and ask. He's got it. Oh, that was good. That wasn't rehearsed.
What a little legend that guy is. I'm not on about Brett. Oh, look at that, Brett's getting the credit now. He's riding again with him. Thank you so much. Like, on this E&F Miller Industries family coaster, built in 1992. It's a 2-lap special. That means we're going to get all creds here today. Every coaster, including this little junior bad boy, the Great Pumpkin Coaster. There we go. 2 laps. Enjoy. What a guy. Yeah, a big thank you so much to him. I mean, he was just coming to get in the background of the video, and as soon as I turned the camera off, I spoke to him and said, you know, I'd really like to do it. I explained a little bit about the channel and how we count coasters, and it was really kind of him. He came on, it was really kind, and he's gone again with Brett. What a legend. He's made my trip, like that guy. Are you going on?
I'm going to give it a try.
You're going to give it a try. Let's see if he's up for it.
I feel like we're going to have to pay this kid money though, that's the only problem.
Honestly, it's so kind of him, it really is. But
his friends are like, it's cool.
1 cred left to go, and yeah, it's a Vekoma in Vertigo. Honestly, this guy is an absolute legend, and Alex and him have managed to fit in on the front row. We need to get this guy's name and buy him a milkshake, like, honestly, like, what a legend. Here they come. They've just managed to fit in. Alex is in. Look at that. Hey. Brilliant. Honestly, what a really kind kid. Like, it's so friendly of him. Yeah, we've got to buy him something for that. He's just so understanding as well when I was talking to him about, oh, you know, we count the coasters, and he completely understood, you know, like, how amazing. What an absolute legend. And here they come on the front row. Oh, one of the highlights of the trip there. There's some nice people out there, isn't there?
Favours return for good people, an Oreo vanilla ice cream. The least
there you go.
$6.50 for a crate.
And your name is Tay? I'm saying that right? Tavon. There we go. Thank you so much. You're an absolute legend. Awesome. Like, come, shake my hand. Let's have a manly handshake. Look at that.
Over Brett too. Come on, Brett.
Honestly, thank you so much. We appreciate it. And all these guys wanted to be in the video, so go on, Any shout outs you want to give? Any special shout outs?
W Davis 851.
Awesome.
Snap the King Devin, Instagram, Devin Kyler.
There you go. Check them guys out. Thank you so much. And you're on Theme Park Worldwide on YouTube. That's the channel. Thank you. We appreciate it. We'll see you later. You enjoy that ice cream. We're leaving with 14 creds today.
That's good.
What an absolute legend. Up next, we're going on the park's only dark ride. Obviously, we got the indoor coaster, but
I mean, I feel like I've been mugged, Sean, to be honest with you.
Why?
I took the kids to get an ice cream, got this big vanilla ice cream, like $5. And I'm like, oh, you know what, $5? Oh, that's all right for a big vanilla ice cream. He's like, yeah, can I have the Oreo cookies on it? And she's like, yeah, that's $6.50. I thought, you little...
well, I really appreciate him. I think that's really kind of him.
$6.50 for 3 of us to get a cred. That's like $2 per cred.
It's like paying for a mini apple or something, isn't it? Fair, you know.
Icon costs you £15 for a single ticket you use at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. $2 to get on that coaster. More than enough.
It means we're leaving with everything. We've just got one more to do, but we're just going to do this dark ride because we're right next to it in the kids area. So I'm expecting this to be quite good. Bear in mind it's the best kids area in the world, supposedly.
This used to be themed to Scooby-Doo, apparently.
Yes, I remember that.
There are a lot of remnants of Scooby-Doo.
Scooby snacks.
Whoa, GK.
Scooby, let's go and have a ride on this dark ride. Whoa, let's go. Now chandelier. Right then, off we go on this interactive dark ride. Aim here. So that's what we're looking at. It's a lot of like 2D theming, painted like in with UV light shining on it.
Guns don't work though.
No, like I can't get much.
Currently there's no activity in the
Maybe just because we're waiting to go around the corner or something. I don't know. I can't even see any targets that we're supposed to be hitting yet.
There we go. Already past one.
Maybe the guns like start off now, do they? Oh,
That's not working.
oh dear, gone fishing. Yeah, it's really weird. It's like an on-maneuver ride. However, it's not got them all in a line. There's like gaps in between.
Well, our guns aren't working, boys.
No, like we've all got absolutely zilch down here. Oh dear. Yeah, this needs closing off so other people can't go on this carriage, doesn't it?
Oh, 18, man.
Yeah.
Oh, what a place to stop.
Boo Blasters. So yeah, it used to be Scooby-Doo, and obviously the park did actually used to be owned by Paramount, so that explains why a lot of the IPs have been removed. And we mentioned Italian Job earlier on. Yeah, I mean, this is quite poor, isn't it?
The difficulty is though, when you remove an IP from a ride and when you want to keep operating it, it's really hard when something so heavily themed like a dark ride to basically take away that entire concept and start again. So I guess this is kind of, I understand why people say this is close to Scooby-Doo because, you know, it's so hard, it's only so much you can re-theme an attraction without going over budget on things. Yeah, it's difficult.
Some of these parks we've done this trip could really do with some more dark rides, just for when the weather is bad, like we've experienced on some of these days. They could just really benefit from dark rides. And I think Cedar Point is the same really. I mean, we don't know what the weather's looking like at the moment. Hopefully it's going to be dry, but anything can happen. It's, you know, very unpredictable out here weather-wise. But yeah, all parks, especially out here, really need a few indoor attractions just for when the weather is bad. There's a storm ahead. It means that there's something for people to do inside.
Yeah, this is very cool though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a poor dark ride. Have you been on this prep before or not?
Didn't do this one.
No, first time. But yeah, not really much more to show here, is there, I don't think? Oh, a bit of a black wall there. Oh dear.
They have quite a few of these throughout the chains, I've heard, these Boo Blasters.
Yeah.
So, hoping some of them are a little better than this.
Yeah, that wasn't great at all, and the audio in there was really low, and the fact that we didn't have any working guns, I mean, we've just told the staff members so they can close off that ride vehicle. But yeah, in terms of that, I've been on some terrible dark rides over the years, and that's right down there. It's probably not the worst one I've been on, however, it's down in my sort of bottom of the dark rides that I've done. But yeah, you know, we've been on it, a lot of 2D theming. The ride system itself was really nice on there, very smooth the way it turned. But yeah, the actual theming and the fact we had no working guns was rubbish. What I do like is the live entertainment. Big part of the park for me. My overall review, bravo, bravo. It's just live entertainment and the feel. And coming up soon, we've got this Carnival that's going to be making its way around here. So I look forward to watching that and showing some highlights. But yeah, like the clouds are still coming over. We've got one coaster left to do, and we should be leaving here with all 14. Bear in mind, we did a few re-rides earlier as well on 3 of the coasters. We've got like a few hours left to go for more re-rides, and of course, tonight's big highlights that we can't wait for, and that's the Beast in the Dark. Coaster number 14 for us to ride is here, and it's open before the storm. So Vekoma and Vertigo, only in 1999, and this is it, our final coaster. I've heard that this is quite rough, so we'll see what happens. But I'm so glad that we've managed to get on all the coasters here today. We've got some more fans of Theme Park Worldwide joining us here in front. All these guys, give us a wave, everyone! Give us a wave, really love it. Yeah, so these are joining us for a ride on here on Vertigo. Yeah, look at it, walk on. That's been the theme this trip. We've hardly had to wait for anything. And the good thing is we're a week in now, and we've only actually missed 3 coasters. I know 2 of them were RMCs, but the odds aren't actually too bad now. Alex isn't feeling that good, which is a shame, and this isn't the toe. He's actually feeling like he's coming down with something as well. But we've just got to keep pushing on. And here we go, final coaster here. And technically, it'd be 15 if you count both sides of the wooden coaster, because yeah, it's 2 separate creds, not a Mobius loop. There we go, we've done it, all 14 coasters, including that little junior coaster as well. We've done well, haven't we, today?
Yeah.
Brilliant day. Now Alex has just gone for a bit of a sit down in Starbucks, but for me that actually wasn't too bad. I thought it was going to be more rough than it was.
Yeah, I didn't remember it being that good, but it actually was surprisingly pretty smooth.
And you and Alex sat together facing backwards first, didn't you? And I was on the front facing forwards. And of course, when you do the layout the other way, you get the opposite. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. I'm just so happy at Kings Island we've done all the coasters. I thought today I thought we were going to need 2 days originally to get everything done without fast lane. You don't need fast lane if you pick the right times to come and do these parks. We're in a good place. Anyway, we're going to go and give this flat ride a go now. If it's open, I mean, look at the sky. Like, is it open, do you think?
I mean, people are getting on it. So.
I think let's go and give it a go. I mean, look at the cloud over here. Yeah. I mean, hopefully we're going to get these Beast Night rides. It's what this park's very famous for. It's well known for. But look at that. They did tell us, though, that the coasters don't really close in the rain. It's only if there's a storm, lightning. So, yeah, let's see what happens with this. To the weather then, Brett?
Everything's closed, mate.
This is it. This is it, the Kings Island Theatre. I mean, it doesn't look as bad on camera as it is in person, but it's gone really dark. However, we've done the 14 coasters, well, 15. I keep saying 14, but it is 15 with the 2 woodies.
Thank God you guys got on the last coaster literally 2 trains before they shut it.
Yeah,
so
we didn't get on the pendulum ride just, did we? But
we got all the coasters, which is...
People are leaving. There's supposed to be this carnival in like 20 minutes. Don't think that's going to be happening either. We're going to Starbucks to have a chill out, and we'll wrap this up for now, and hopefully I'll be able to come back to you later whenever I feel like there's something else to film, because at the moment, look at this. Of course, if we get an epic storm, I'll be getting some great footage. I'll be standing under like a little ridge over there and get some footage, but there's still 3 hours to go at this park, and look at this, a lot of people are leaving. From looking on Brett's quality weather app.
Yeah, the radar.
Yeah, it looks like we're in for the night.
For the night, but you never know, we might get lucky, and if we do, we'll be straight at the Beast.
We will. We'll see you a little bit later on. Right then, so we've got a bit of an update for you. We were sat in Starbucks here on International Street, waiting for the storm to clear, and that's the last footage you saw of all the rain coming down. Brett's been following that storm tracker we've been in there over an hour, and things were looking really good. I mean, we've had a massive lightning storm, and look, I mean, it's going that direction.
The sun
look
is
at that.
peaking over there, as it says.
It's now 9 o'clock, and we've just been informed by another guest
security.
first. Yeah.
Guest told us, and then we asked security because no one actually informed to tell us that
The park is going to be closing 1 hour earlier at 9 o'clock. Even though the storm is passing over now, it's gone. I mean,
the park is closing an hour earlier than advertised to close. It was 10 p.m. close, and now they just decided we're going to shut it at 9. We're going to blame the weather that the rides are probably not going to open. Well, whether the ride's open or not, this park is scheduled to operate until 10 p.m.
I can't say I've been to a park where they've shut a full hour early. I mean, I know it has happened in places before. I know people have had it at Blackpool Pleasure Beach before. However, I've not been there personally for that. I must say, like, it's not great when you're travelling from a long way away like we have for this trip.
And people have paid admission. Yes, fair enough, we got a season ticket.
If we'd have paid one day, like,
you'd be furious. Or if you paid a full ticket and came in at 4 p.m. thinking we'll do 4 till 10, even more furious.
And the best of it is, which is hilarious, even though it's nowhere near dark because the storm has pretty much passed, apparently the firework display is going to start imminently. I think the music's starting, so we're going to have some fireworks apparently, so here we go. Wow. Right, let's see what happens. Oh my god, all the lights are on, there's hardly anybody here. I'm gutted that we're not going to get what we wanted tonight, but we've got all the coasters, we're getting some fireworks, and here we go. That's goodbye from Kings Island. Let's let it all go up in the sky in the daytime. And here we go. What is going on, honestly? Oh, there we go. Fireworks in the daytime. I mean, I don't know if we're getting a reduced display here or not, but wow. I do like all the lighting package though on the buildings. I bet it looks really good at night. All the fountains are lit up and everything. I mean, this would have been great if it was at the time it should have been, but
I don't know what's happening right now.
Like, absolutely crazy. Here's some shots of the fireworks. Oh, it's still going, there's more. Here we go then, so we've reached the end of the day and you've just seen that shot just there of the beautiful sunshine starting to rise through. And look at it now, like the wind's dropped, there's no rain, it would have been a perfect night ride.
From the sky's clearing.
Like Brett's been looking on his app and it's passed, it would have been fine. But yeah, unfortunately that is it, the park is closed, there's nothing we can do about that. Which is rare for us. We have actually spoke with the operations team here today to see what's going on. They've offered us some fast tracks for tomorrow at Cedar Point, which is kind of them. But still, I must say, I'm leaving here with a very sour taste. And would I recommend visiting this park after what's happened this evening? I wouldn't recommend it if you're travelling from abroad. Maybe if you live 2 or 3 hours away here in the States, then yeah, come down here. You can always come back. However, travelling here, if you're planning a USA road trip, I would not recommend a visit to Kings Island.
I think the hardest point of the season has been, look, I get the park's closed, we're very aware of the situation, we understand why.
Yeah.
We've had a full
We've worked in theme parks, we know.
We get it, and even though we're guests, we get it, and the staff have explained it even though we are still guests. What really bugs me is there's been yet to be one apology to any guest who's been left in this park at this point. I've yet to see a single guest leave this park with a smile on the face since this announcement was made but not told to anybody. This guest who got down to the end of the park I've just heard walking out, who didn't even know this is happening. Everyone's leaving with a sour taste tonight, and I hope the park are aware of this, and for future guests, please just be mindful that
if anyone's watching this,
weather happens, I get it, but why is the park closed an hour early? If there's anyone from Kings Island listening, I hope this is being taken seriously.
We've travelled a long way and we spent a lot of money and we're leaving
I don't want to use interest and supporters and following, but you know, people are watching this video right now. I'm sure if you are from the Cedar Fair group, you're seeing the view totals on this video down here. Even to see one guest leaving this park disappointed, to see this get one guest leaving this park disappointed should be enough of an alarm bell that something's got to change. This is so sad.
Cedar Fair's let me down, to be honest. I mean, I'm looking forward to Cedar Point tomorrow. It's a completely different park, but as a company, it's let me down. Away from that, it's happened. Highlights from this park, forgetting what's happened tonight ride-wise.
The beast for me, incredible coaster. Would love to get it in the dark, but it's been great, absolutely wonderful, snappy, amazing. 40 years old, dream machine.
What about you, Brett? What you enjoyed at this park?
I think the park as a general theme park, it all together comes. I mean, look at the midway. It's pretty. Beautiful.
It's a very pretty
For
park.
For Cedar Fair Park, it's very pretty. I mean, like you said, they've not got like amazing coasters, but they've got a decent lineup, and there's a lot to do. You can really spend a full day here. So
yeah, I mean, it's been great to get on the likes of Mystic Timbers, Banshee, Diamondback, some big bucket list coasters. Have all of them lived up to what I was hoping for? No. However, we've been to this park, we've done it. You won't be seeing a vlog from here in probably a long time because of this at the end today. We've been here, it's happened. We've got to keep moving on with the trip. We're leaving here with 14 coaster credits. We've had 2 rides on our favourite coaster here. It's not the end of the world. So there we go. Thanks for joining us. We're going to be at Cedar Point tomorrow for day 1 and then for day 2, and hopefully, fingers crossed, Cedar Fair are going to be back to how I remember Cedar Point last year. Cedar Point was absolutely incredible. I loved it. I'm just hoping that the weather is going to play ball and everything's going to go well for us. And if we do have a bit of rain, it doesn't mean they're shutting an hour early. I'm Sean Sandbrook. Thanks for joining us here from Kings Island, and we'll see you all tomorrow. That means it's time to cue those credits. And you know what? I feel like I'm back on the turnstiles.